I was already working on a manuscript called Codex Embiotinus. It's the oldest single-volume Bible in any language that's still intact. It's been preserved in Italy. It's now in Florence, but it was made just close to where I'm from in Durham. I was particularly interested in the comparison between that way of formatting scriptural texts, putting them all into one volume like an encyclopedia, and what we have in the Chester Beatty Biblical Papyri collection, where you have individual books packaged, presented in individual volumes, so a separate book for the book of the prophet Isaiah, small collections of the Gospels, for example, and Acts, written by different scribes, physically different from each other. And so it's that contrast between that way of presenting scriptural books as individual physical volumes on the one hand, and packaging it all together in a single book, and creating what we now call the Bible as a single book. It was that contrast that I'm particularly interested in exploring. On the empirical side, I was very skeptical about this when I first became involved in this project as an advisory board member. And I remember that Garrick sent us off to a local pub in order to discuss the planning of the project. And I began by expressing my skepticism that the empirical dimension could actually work with the kind of thing that I wanted to do. By the time I'd had a Guinness or two, I suddenly realized that I could make it work, and that's where this idea of bringing readers together, volunteers together to read the same text in different formats came up, and the empirical scientists seem to like that idea and think they can work with it. So that is something which will be entirely new to me, which I greatly look forward to, testing this hypothesis that it really does make a difference what kind of physical book you are reading a text in. The way that the text is presented will create a different experience if we're reading it in one format rather than another.